I wish I'm good, dude. I'm good.
We thank the Deputy Leader of Opposition. We now call on Member of Government.
Members of the House and Madam Speaker, we believe that these journalists are there not only for the truth, but we believe that they should protect it for historic purposes. There are 1,000 ways to end a war, but only a few to prevent them. We believe that by prevention and documentation of war, we can prevent it. And this is our extension as well. Now, I'm just really going to give you guys a case study of what opening has brought us. OG has brought us that let's stop the war with the truth. Which is a fair saying, but we believe that we can prevent a war better with the truth. They also said that a tactic unit with a silent rescue will be sent out to save these units, or these journalists, which is actually true. This is what they happen. They don't send out an entire army. They just send about 10 or 30 people to rescue one person. Minimal lives are lost, minimal damage. Now, OO has said that let's not fight fire with fire. Let's rather have peace. Let's try and stop the war in another country with protests. We do not see how this is an effective way of stopping or preventing a war.
Yeah.
Objective journalists waited to the west. This is what they brought us as well. Now, CNN, sure, they're a Western company, but I have never heard of an international, a worldwide station that comes from the east. Tactic teams are a threat. People will die. I've already disproved this theory. These are minimal lives lost, minimal damage, minimal threat. These are just like 30 people, so these aren't seen as a threat, they're merely seen as a rescue unit. Government did not make the choice, is what they also brought to us. They did not choose when this journalist goes to that country. Sure, they did not, but the government is the one that benefits from these journalists actually going and seeing the truth that going on in this world, in this country. Now I'm having one part of rebuttal, which is journalists not part of the military. The procedure that goes is a journalist requests permission to go into another country, to go into a war zone to document the war that's going on. They are not part of the military, they do not have guns. Literally the journalists that are part of the military stay in the camp, and journalists, they just document on the soldiers. They don't go into war zones. The people that are being captured are the people that actually have special permission from both sides to go into a war zone, which is not willy-nilly. Not anyone can move into these zones. Now, moving on to my arguments. The first one of which is international community's interests, the military force justified, and then, of course, the historic purpose of the truth. Now, opening government has already proved to us why the truth is so important. I'm not going to go into that much further, merely the fact that this truth is not concealed, it is not weighted, it is videotaped. Physical proof of both sides killing each other. There's no weighted, we know exactly what's going on. These two sides are fighting. True. They also asked us why local journalists do not report on this. Exactly the fact that local journalists do not have such a big impact as the CNN on the entire world. They do not have that range as the CNN does. Now we believe that these journalists might be documenting now and telling people what's going on now, but only by documentation and everybody knowing about it, and as we see in the past, every single war was documented from both sides. And only by documentation we can prevent this war from happening again. And we believe that by having videotaped physical proof of the horrors that are going on in these countries, we can stop a war more effectively. Now, the government has also said that it's not the government's problem, it's the free press. Well, the government actually takes benefit from their people knowing what's going on in other countries. There are people supporting them. No, thank you. There are people supporting them. And knowing about a journalist being captured and the government not actually going and negotiating with terrorism and not losing that faith that the people have in their government for protecting them. Because I mean, as soon as one terrorist has been negotiated and $1,000 or $1 billion was given to that person, then another person can just do the exact same thing and the government will keep losing money. And therefore, the people will lose their faith in their government. By only taking back what is yours with force, does the government keep their respect? No, thank you. Now, they also spoke about self-employed journalists. Yes, these people are self-employed, but they still have to have special permission from the government and the other government, which means that the government is supporting their choice to go to this country. I will accept my first point.
Okay, but US government haven't given us any legislation or way how you can control this. Why do you have to use military force? Why
Okay, I'm going to explain to you why we need military force. Because if these journalists are not being used, the truth is lost. Fact of the matter. There is no way you can get these journalists back without losing faith in the government. There is no other way. With a minimal tactical unit, as government has brought to us, to get these journalists back. Now I'm going on to my second point, which is military force is justified. It is because of collective welfare. It is in the best interest of the entire Western country that this one person is brought back with all of the information that he has gathered to support everything that is going on. The truth, in fact. It is in the best interest of the entire world that this one person, or these three people that is a journalist unit, is brought back to safety. And it is in mass protection as well that we see that they are justified, because if this war was not documented, if the truth was not come out, there is very little that we can do to prevent this war in the future, because we do not know what was really going on. We do not know the direct consequences of it. So that means we cannot make an informed choice in the future because we do not know the past. Why do we use military force? Why not Ubuntu? Why not peace? Because peace cannot bring someone back from a war where Ubuntu was not even happening, peace was not there. How would the peace then bring this person back? How would peace then stop a war in the future? Only by having the horrible and the disgusting can we actually fear for that again. And for all of these reasons and the historic purpose, we believe that this person is justified to be brought back with military force. Thank you.